The ruling Democratic Party elected three-term lawmaker Han Byung-do as its new floor leader on Sunday, tasking him with stabilizing a party shaken by allegations. With his four-month term already underway, attention is returning to whether he can drive key special prosecutor bills through the National Assembly while managing internal risks ahead of June's local elections. For more, we turn to our political correspondent, Hye-ryeon. Welcome back, Hye-ryeon.
Good evening, Dami.
So, Hye-ryeon, let's first look at how the leadership change came about, and why was Han chosen, and what kind of situation is he stepping into at the moment?
So as you said, Han Byung-do was elected as the DP's new floor leader on Sunday after a runoff vote against fellow three-term lawmaker Back Hye-ryun, emerging as the compromise figure at a time when the party urgently needs stability. The by-election itself was triggered by the resignation of former floor leader Kim Byung-gi, who stepped down amid allegations linked to illegal nomination donations. The fallout from those allegations has left the Democratic Party facing internal distrust and external pressure, particularly from the main opposition People Power Party, which has seized the controversy to question the ruling party's legitimacy. Most recently, Han worked as head of situation management during Lee's early presidential campaign, reinforcing his image as a trusted insider. His election signals the party's desire for crisis management rather than experimentation, but he inherits a floor leadership with only 4 months left in its term, running until mid-May, leaving him very little room for error.
Right. And one of Han's first moves has been to signal strong legislative action. Now, what exactly is being planned for the upcoming National Assembly session then?
So as you've said, Han has made it very clear that he intends to move fast and very quickly. And he announced that the Democratic Party will push to pass the second comprehensive special prosecutor bill at the Assembly's plenary session scheduled for this Thursday. Now that bill expands on previous investigations into the December 3rd emergency martial law incident and related cases, reopening areas that lawmakers argue were insufficiently examined during earlier probes. Now the bill has already cleared the Legislation and Judiciary Committee Agenda Coordination Subcommittee under Democratic Party leadership and is expected to be tabled at the plenary session after passing a full committee review. Now, under the revised proposal, the Council's investigation period would last up to 170 days, including preparation time, with an expanded team of special investigators and reduced reliance on seconded prosecutors, a change meant to address concerns about prosecutorial bias. However, the situation is more complicated when it comes to the Unification Church Special Prosecutor Bill. Although Han initially vowed to pass both measures together, the party now acknowledges that the Unification Church Bill will not be ready in time for the plenary session due to stalled negotiations with the opposition.
This bill aims to fully uncover the truth behind the insurrection. The DP will pass the second comprehensive special prosecutor bill at the plenary session on the 15th.
They ignore probes into those in power, while pursuing punitive investigations into already fallen figures.
Then, Hye-ryeon, beyond these special prosecutor bills, what are some biggest challenges that Han faces during his rather short term?
So the challenge seems to be balancing everything at once and doing everything very quickly, because Han's 4-month term actually coincides with the run-up to the June 3rd local elections, which is the first nationwide electoral test of the Lee administration. So any misstep, whether in handling internal scandals or pushing controversial legislation, could directly affect voter sentiment. But at the same time, Han must juggle reform legislation and bread-and-butter economic issues. Judicial reform bills, including changes to court structure and legal accountability, are being pushed aggressively by the party leadership, particularly Chairman Chung Chang-rae. But there are growing concerns within the party that an all-out reform drive could alienate moderate voters, while slowing down could anger the party's core base. And layered onto that are economic pressures such as volatile housing prices and currency fluctuations, which Han addressed immediately following his election, pledging to show tangible results and improve people's livelihoods.
We'll be following what happens next this week and also on the coming months. Hye-ryeon, thanks so much for the coverage tonight.
Thank you for having me.